Hey, hello everyone. Hi, welcome back to Adobe Live. My name is Anika and I will be your host today. I can listen to the stream, so I'm going to mute that real quick. But hello and welcome to Adobe Live. I will be hosting an Adobe Express featuring stream today, and I'm really excited that you could join me here on Behance and YouTube, both live and on replay. Thank you so much for joining. If you're watching this stream is for you because you are probably bored on at home all throughout this pandemic and all of the things that are happening outside in the world, and you want to create a podcast of your own. So if you want to create a podcast and you're someone who needs a podcast cover, or maybe you want to promote it on your social media, this stream is for you. And we will dive into Adobe Express today. But before we actually do that, I want to say a quick hello to everyone joining us here on Adobe Live. I want to say hi to everyone in chat. So I want to say hi to Cody, Michelle. Hey, how are you all doing? I see Sean and Bruce in the chat. Salut, Frank. And I also see Bruce. I already said Bruce, didn't I? Thank you so much for joining us here live. We just had Kyle for the brush hour, which was really, really fun. But I also want to highlight a very fun campaign. I don't know if you all know, but the new Lord of the Rings series, The Rings of Power, is actually releasing on September 2, which is this Friday. So I'm really stoked to be a part of this campaign. And before further ado, I want to show you what I'm talking about. And this is a blog post that I'm going to put in the chat real quick. But you can read all about it here. And Adobe has actually partnered with the Amazon Prime and LOTR Rings of Power team, and now we have a few of the very fun templates in Adobe Express. They're both available in Adobe Express and Adobe Photoshop, so you can join the adventure and forge powerful designs with my precious Adobe Express. I did not practice that, okay? But we do have these templates right here. You can click on this link and you can see all of these templates in action. And this is super cool. I love that it also showcases the artwork that we have, which is all Lord of the Rings inspired. And if you've seen the new updates to all of the Adobe apps, the splash screens all have the LOTR inspired artwork, which I'm really loving. But these are all the templates we have. They look amazing. I love the texture and the vibe that we have going on. But there is this very fun Photoshop template as well that I'm going to look at real quick. This is the Photoshop template, okay? Like, how cool is this? I love the fog pattern, the curves, and I did remove something here. But I did try to mess it up a little bit. But yeah, we're going to dive into that later if we have time. But today we're making podcast covers. So why don't we go ahead and click on one of these? There's a watch party thing that I want to use because the font here is super fun. Okay, let's go into it. I think I did create this earlier. And also let me know if you can hear me fine. I think the mic may be a little bit lowered, but if you want me to bump up the volume, let me know. I'm always careful about that with streaming, you know. All right, so this is something that is provided to us with them, but I also want to touch on something really quickly here. I did go ahead to this website where it says view all templates. Now there's this tiny little button which says see terms of use, and I would highly recommend you looking at it and clicking on it and reading this 2-page document. This is not a lot, but I did want to mention that you cannot alter the logos, and you can only use it and like for the promotion of this campaign. You should read about all of this before you actually use anything. Same goes with any of the stock assets that you use from Adobe Stock, but it is important when you're using something like which is obviously copyrighted. So that's like a good tip right there. But we are gonna use this fun font. I really love the vibe of this. So as you can see, there are like groups here, which is, oh snap, that happened. But I'm gonna go ahead and refresh really quickly. That was uncalled for, but that always happens. That's such a normal thing to do. Okay, so while it's loading, I do see that this is like a group in here. And thank you so much for letting me know, chat, that the audio is okay. I appreciate you all. Okay, so this is a very fun font here, which is very on brand, and I love that whoever made this template did a great job. This wood template is so cool. I love that we use remove background, which is like an inbuilt feature in Adobe Express with the Adobe Photoshop inbuilt. The font here is Cormorant Garamond if someone wants to do it, but I am going to copy this and paste it in a new file. What I'm going to do is go to this plus icon really quickly and create a new podcast size. I think most podcasts are like a square size, so I'm going to input 2000 by 2000 pixels right over here. The wood background is looking sweet, says Bruce. Hey, thanks, Bruce. Yeah, so all right, we have this blank canvas right here, and I'm just gonna paste the thing that I copied. Now, the fun thing is that you can copy paste whatever you have in here. So I can just go ahead, I can paste this in here really quickly, see what we have. All right. Before we do that, I am gonna look for any pictures that I can find for the background, because I'm just using Adobe stock for this. So if you're new to Adobe Express and don't know what this is, all the photos and assets, the design assets the shapes are from the NAN project that are inbuilt into Adobe Express right here. The photos are something that are being pulled from Adobe stock. So we have all of the stock collection. If I just look for Lord of the Rings here, or anything for that matter, you will have all of this right here. Let me see if I can actually jump in and license some of these for our project here. I think, you know what I think? I think we should license this guy. I think it might look good, okay? We'll see how it'll look, but for now, let's just say it looks good, okay? We shall see. Okay, let's bump this up real quick, bring it up to size. A very gloomy. Let's actually replace this photo. I'm gonna and if you notice really quickly here, it actually made the pixels clearer as it loaded. And don't worry if you see that a pixelated picture is being loaded. That's totally normal. That's a totally normal reaction. But I loved how cool this looks. I really love how cool this looks. Let's actually replace and see if we can get any other asset in here. Now I'm going to show you really quickly. Now this replace button is very handy, because now if I select anything from the stock images, it's just going to resize into the same properties that I got. And Sean in the chat says, yeah, it takes a second to render. Absolutely. Exactly. So now since I resized it, I don't really need to do anything else. It's just going to automatically pick up the information. I think I'm going to use this one just because it feels like it gives me space for, like, I want to put text at the bottom for the name of the podcast itself. And look how beautiful. I love it. Maybe I can put a couple of lens flares in there. What do you say, chat? Should I put lens flares? Don't hate me if I do. But let me call this LOTR theme, because that's our theme today, and it can be anything for what you want. And then I'm going to add a shape real quickly, because I think I want to add like an overlay. So let's bring this in, adding shapes from the assets. And now I'm going to change the color. I think I want to make it black, and then I can change the opacity. Right, that looks fun. I think I like that. And now I can, since this is saved and all of these are saved on the cloud, I don't really need to do anything. And I have this guy, I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste it. Now you do notice that the font did not paste, but I do remember what the font is, so no worries at all. I think it was Cormorant. I did remember it. So let's go here and I'm going to change the font right over here as well. Cormorant. There you go. That's it. I think I'm going to use the semi-bold. Okay, I think I kind of like this, right? And then I can just change the name, the text, to essentially what our podcast name is, which is, you'll find out. You'll find out in just a second, okay? Let's just call this Tolkien right here. And then maybe I want a copy of this. So I'm going to press Option, click and drag it. Just like you would in any other Adobe application, you can Option, click and drag, and that will create a duplicate of whatever we have. So we have the text right there. And then I'm going to bring it down just a smidge. And then I don't know if you all have ever been fans, but if you're not, listening to an LOTR theme podcast would be such a great idea. Because the new season and the series releases on Friday, so you want to listen to everything on the Lorecast, right? But let me quickly jump in and fix this. So my lower cast will be called "That's What I'm Talking About," right? And if you say it really quickly, you really can't tell what it is. Okay. All right. I think I want to change the size of this as well. So maybe like that's too small. That is too small. Okay. Then let's bump it up and bring it here. This is too big, so I'm gonna change the size again, maybe to a 60, and see how it looks like. I want to align everything to the right, so I'm gonna use these three and use the edit selection align right button on top. And this is what it looks like. Now, I do think the balance of this type is a little bit skewed. So what I'm gonna do is keep this here and change some of this. I'm going to make another copy, and this time I'll double click to edit and just say the T. And now I can expand it really quickly. By expanding, I only mean that I'm changing the size of it. So that's how it works. Also, I see a lot of people in chat really, really excited about this today. So I love it. And everyone's saying lens flares? How? Everything is better with lens flares. Absolutely. Are you Tolkien to me? I love it. I love the chat is so pumped about this theme. If you do happen to create anything of your own and you get inspired by this campaign, make sure to tag me and Adobe Express on all of our social channels. That will be very fun to see. Maybe I can feature some of them tomorrow during our stream if we have time. And I would really love to see all of what you guys create. Let's see here. Maybe I can bump this down just a little bit and then bring it down here. So I can change the zoom. I can zoom in with command plus plus or control plus plus if you're on a Windows machine. You can also change it to the percentage. So I just did that just to like see how this looks. I'm gonna bring it up, and yeah, I think this kind of looks fun. So I'm gonna zoom out and go back here. Maybe I can do something from here, like maybe I can change something from within here, but let's see. I can add these elements which are available to me, but let's actually change the color of this because I feel like gold might be the way to go for something like this. Ooh, I really love that. Also, quick time check. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I feel like I'm just so excited, lost track of time. But let's see here. I'm going to change the color. You can change the color that was the first one that you used. So Express just remembers the colors that you use. So you don't really need to do all that much effort. And then I'm going to select this guy and also change the colors. So I feel like this needs to be shifted a little bit just so that the kerning isn't really messed up. And yeah, I think this looks all right. The legibility of this is questionable because I feel like the colors are too light. The foreground for the text and the type is really light, but the background was like it was basically vibrating. So you need to make sure that your text is legible. I do like the gold, but I feel like it still lacks that personality. So maybe we can add like a shadow. What do you say, chat? We should add a shadow, right? What do you mean by shadows? So you can add effects to any of this type, and I can use that to create a shadow right here. I am gonna go here and click on shadow. I think I want to copy the shadows that we have here. So I'm gonna quickly go ahead and see what shadows we have. We have 135 and 25 as the angle and distance. So I am gonna change it to 25, and then I'm gonna change the color to say black. I think I want it to be slightly other than like not really quite black, but yeah, okay, maybe we want a darker color. Yeah, I think that's the beauty of using Express because you can really experiment and like have fun with it. You don't have to stay with like it's so non-destructive that you don't really have to stick with one design. You can create multiple. And I don't know if you all have seen the updates, but lately you can also create multiple pages. So if you don't like one design, you can essentially duplicate that design from down below. I'm just going to show you in just a quick second once I'm done with this, and you can create a variation. So I think this is looking really dope. Also, I want to say hi to everyone just joining us. Daryl, Bliss, hi Udari, Lydia, Enlightened Swami, Frank. I said hello to you, but thank you so much for joining. And I love the chat is so pumped. Okay, I am going to group all of this just because okay, I see the error here. I don't know if you all see it, but I can see it. I'm going to bump it up. Now this distance is really far away. So I'm going to bring it down. And then this guy, maybe the angle is what's messed up. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Now it kind of looks nice. 95 and 25. I think we're going to go with that. And this is just all like hit and trial. I'm just seeing what I really, really like here and then going with it. Okay. So let's see what we have here. With the about, I think this also looks kind of neat. And I can change the color of this guy. I think the color was something that was causing it. Yeah, I think I'm really digging this. I think I'm really digging this. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. So you can see everything. Okay. I'm gonna zoom out to 75%. I love how this is looking. So I'm just gonna go ahead and group everything. Once you're happy with your design, I think that's what's important. And now I'm gonna go to shapes and look for podcasts just to see if we have anything. Because in the end, this is a podcast, right? So I can click on view all right here. I can click on that and it's just gonna show me everything that comes up for the search string podcast. And I think this is really neat because, okay, these are some fun ones that maybe you can use for assets later on. But I honestly really, really love this guy. So maybe I can use this. All right. And I love that it just like got the same colors from my color palette. So I don't really have to do anything and I can just put this here. But what if I really want to replace this and it doesn't really, I don't like it. I change my mind. I can click on replace and then get something else. Maybe I want something more modern looking. So let's see. I guess this kind of looks nice. Yeah, and it's also sleek and nice and goes with the theme. So maybe I can put this here. Yeah, what do you guys think? Are you guys digging this? What do you guys think? But also remember how I mentioned multiple pages? I can click on this handy dandy duplicate page button. I'm going to do that and that's just going to create a copy of the first page. So these two can be variations. And if you're making this for a client using Adobe Express, you can essentially make copies and variations of the same design in the same file. So you don't really need to make multiple files or go back to reference it because now with multiple pages, it is super easy. But without further ado, let's add lens flares because why not, right? Lens flare, where are you? Okay, lens flare. And then command 0, Sean says that command 0, it's going to fit to screen. So that also works. I haven't really tried that. Let's actually see if that works. Command plus plus and command 0. Yeah, there you go. Perfect tip. Thank you, Sean. Yeah. So if you're zoomed in, command plus plus or control plus plus on your browser, you can just press command 0 and go full screen, right? Like it'll just come up to 100%. And Bruce, thank you so much. And Uriel, yes, it is because we have collaborated with Adobe. Adobe has actually had this campaign with The Lord of the Rings Rings of Power featuring on Amazon Prime this week. So we're really excited and pumped. And yeah, we have created these new assets and templates so you can use them at your own disposal. Okay, let's go and add lens flares. You guys are so distracting. Let's see. Hold on. So let's see. I think which one do I like? I don't know if I like. Maybe it's a premium asset, but maybe I can use it, right? I don't know. If you have the Adobe Express subscription, you have access to these from within here. Maybe I like this guy, right? Let's see. Okay, this guy could look good actually. This guy could actually look good. I never use lens flares, so I'm like really scared of using lens flares. But it's a new step every day. Okay, and now I'm just gonna change the blend mode. Ooh, this is looking fancy. Okay, let's bring it here. Maybe with this one, we don't really need the overlay. So I'm going to hit delete on my keyboard and select. And this is looking very funky. Okay. I'm just going to, wow, that's looking nice. It is kind of looking nice, right? It's like a bokeh, very fun vibe we have going on. I'm going to hit undo a couple times just because I want to see, how that looks with the underlying. Yeah, I think I can just change the blend mode for this as well and make it to like 10. And maybe I can change the color of this to like a golden. Yeah, look at that. That is looking fun. I love it. I dig it. I don't know about you all, but I love it. I just love a little bokeh effect on my things. Okay, let's see. And then maybe I can change. Ooh, I love how this is looking. and I love both of these. So when you want to download this, I think second one is my favorite, but the gold really put that vibe in place. So what I'm gonna do, if you have now created these assets, you wanna go ahead and click on download. You click on download and you have this option. Since this is multiple pages, you have the option to create either a download for just one page or all pages, and then there are file types as well. I'm gonna download it to my default download folder, which is the downloads folder for me. And essentially this is what it looks like, and I just called it LOTRTHE, so that's what that's what it looks like here. But this is my screen and this is what you see now, and I definitely love the second one. The second one looks amazing. And I don't know, maybe I want to create something which is like a story for Instagram as well, since we do have a few minutes left here. Maybe I can click on a new page, or essentially you have this option when you're adding a new page in multiple pages, that you either can create something same as this page, create Instagram. It gives you all of these sizes, which is just so handy. What I really want to do is duplicate the second one so that we can use this and resize it just for our Instagram story. So I'm going to hit resize right over here to change the project dimensions. Click on resize, and then I'm going to scroll through to Instagram story, and it's just going to resize for me. Now this looks kind of off, right? How do we change that? Well, you can just go to your layers panel and fix all of this very quickly. Okay, I think I dig this. Okay, you all, I don't know about you, but I love it. Okay, let's see. We're moving the lens flares as well. Okay, we're moving the lens flares as well. Let's see. Sean looking for bokeh in Adobe Express. That's pretty cool. I did not know that there was bokeh in here, but let's see if we do have bokeh. Maybe we can fix. Ooh, that is fun. Design assets 223. Wow, these look very, very fun. How about this? Does this look fun? Ooh, this could be very fun. Oh my god, let's switch it up, and I can expand this. I love this. This could be a very subtle effect, and I can just change. Wow, I love this. Sean, thank you so much for mentioning that. I'm gonna delete this guy, and I'm gonna expand this really quickly. And maybe this time I can change it to black. Yeah, this looks amazing. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Sean. This is why you have a live chat here. I love that we have so many fun folks in chat. Okay, and then I think I want to replace this with something else. So maybe this one over here. Yeah, I really dig this. Okay, let's zoom out. Sorry, change the size and bring it here. And I think this one needs like more like razzle dazzle in here. So maybe I want to change the color. I want to change the color to something brighter. Maybe I'll just like color pick a color. Or maybe I want this color, right? Yeah, I think this one kind of looks nice. Is there a screen blending mode in Express? Yes, there is. So if you select a shape that you've added, you can add normal, multiply, and screen. There is screen right there, which also looks fun. That was for the wrong thing, but you can add it to bokeh essentially and put screen, and that's how that looks. There's normal mode. There is multiply, which obviously you can't see because the colors are lighter, and then there's screen. I can bring it down. And now it's more subtle. I love this. Okay, I love this. And now I can just like copy paste this here, and I'm just clicking option, click and drag, and over here I'm just gonna say podcast out this week, right? And I can essentially use this guy with a shape. So I can use the magic alignment tool right here and create this. And there you go. That's how you can create a new promotional asset. I'm going to size it down real quick, running really, really close with time, cutting it close, but that's how we do it here on Adobe Live. And over here, I am just going to bring this up. And there you go. That is how you create simple graphics for your podcast themed illustrations and covers for anything that you want. Today we were doing Lord of the Rings themed because we have this very fun campaign. You can go over here. The blog post was in chat. You can go over here and immerse yourself into the world of rings. But I love that we created all of this in 24 minutes today. And I love that we found new bokeh. But thank you so much. With that said, Thank you so much for joining me today, you all. I love that you all were here. Stick around for the photo editing stream up next, and I will be back tomorrow with another fun Adobe Express stream. If you decide to create something, make sure to tag me and Adobe Express and Creative Cloud on Instagram or all the social media channels. You know where we are. All right, but until then, thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.